Great coaches in the sporting world are highly regarded. No one can dispute numbers and success. There are great lessons that we can apply to teaching by looking at great coaches, because here's the thing, being a great teacher is the same thing as being a coach. In fact, a teacher is a coach in the classroom. So there's three things I want to talk about that all great coaches do that can be applied in the classroom. Number one, great coaches have high expectations for their players. We as teachers in the classroom, we have to have high expectations for our students. Now, a great coach understands the ability levels of their players. They have expectations for each player based on their ability levels. Well, us as teachers, we have to do the same thing, but we have to make sure that we are maximizing the potential of each of our students, being equitable, not necessarily being equal as far as expectations, but having equitable expectations, meaning that we are meeting the needs and looking at the needs and abilities of each of our students. So high expectations based on ability level. Number two, great coaches are able to adjust. In the heat of a game, they are able to adapt their game plan. Well, us as teachers, yes, we may write a lesson plan, which is the equivalent of a game plan in sports. But a lot of times, once we kind of get into it and see the needs of the students and maybe how the day is going, maybe there's something going on campus, we have to adjust what we are doing to meet the needs of our students, to make sure that we are maximizing our time and being efficient. Number three, great coaches keep everything in perspective. Every coach loses games. However, they're able to keep that bad game into perspective. They learn from it, they wake up the next morning and start preparing for the next game. Well, us as educators, the unfortunate thing is we're going to have some tough days, and I'm sure everybody that's listening can definitely agree with that. Whenever we have a bad day, we have to reflect upon it, learn the lessons, put it in the rearview mirror, come back the next day with a positive attitude, ready to rock and roll. Our students feed off of that. On the flip side, sometimes students have bad days. Sometimes entire classes have a bad day. And again, we have to keep it in perspective. We cannot let bad days cloud our judgments about students. Let's just keep it in perspective. Let's analyze it, let's reflect upon it, and then put it in the rearview mirror and bring on the next day. So again, those are three things that coaches do that us as teachers can implement in our classrooms. Talk to you next time.